Welcome to the Harvard Crimson's video sports coverage, Harvard's best source for online sports news. We take you now to O'Donnell Field, where the Harvard baseball team took on Penn Saturday in its first of two doubleheaders on the weekend. Down 2-0 in the top of the fourth inning, the powerful Quaker lineup jumps all over Crimson starter Connor Helse. After Penn shortstop Derek Vigoa triples in a pair of runs, his double play partner Steve Gable laces an RBI double down the right field line. The Quaker onslaught was just beginning. Next up, center fielder Adrian Lorenzo goes opposite field to single in a run, setting up leadoff man Jeremy Moss, who joins in on the fun with a run-scoring double of his own. By the time Penn was done, the Quakers had posted a big 8 spot on the board against Hulse, whose stellar pitching earlier in the season had established him as the ace of the Crimson staff. But Penn had Hulse's number Saturday, and Harvard coach Joe Walsh pulls the sophomore after just 3 1/3 innings. Down 6, the Harvard offense got to work on a comeback. Here Kyle Larrow plates a run with a double to right center. Senior right fielder Chris Ruches repeats Larrow's feat, and 2 more Crimson runners score. With 2 runs to go, Harvard turns to slugging sophomore Marcus Way. The big man goes deep for a 2-run shot to tie the game. The blast was Way's 3rd homer of the season. The Crimson would go on to take the lead, and sophomore reliever Will Kuiper enters the game in the 5th and turns in 2 innings of shutout work. Kuiper induces a groundout from James Mraz in the top of the 7th to close out a 10-9 Harvard win. Game 2 began as a pitcher's duel between Penn's Paul Cusick and Harvard's Eric Eddington. In the first 3 innings, Cusick tormented the Crimson batters with an array of knee-buckling pitches, working his breaking ball over the plate to catch the Crimson staring. Eddington responded by unleashing his own arsenal of devastating pitches. Boomer missed bats all day, striking out a total of 10 Quaker batters in 7 innings of work. Penn did take an early lead on a sac fly by Tom Grandieri, but the Crimson bats started bringing the thunder in the 4th. Here Sam Franklin rips an RBI single to left to get Harvard on the board. Cusick then walks senior Dan Zelskis with the bases loaded to give the Crimson a 2-1 lead. In the 5th, Way carries his big stick from Game 1 into the nightcap with a huge double, and Cusick's command of the strike zone fails him once again. Sophomore Brent Suter piles on with a 2 RBI seeing-eye single to give the Crimson an 8-1 advantage. Later in the 6th, Jeff Reynolds goes yard with an opposite field jack, putting an exclamation mark on Harvard's big day at the plate. The Quakers made things interesting, pulling within 3 on a grand slam from Moss in the 9th. But Zelskis took the mound and stopped the bleeding to give Harvard the 12-9 win. Coach Walsh shared his thoughts after the game.
These Ivy League games, so many splits all the time. And, you don't want to split. And I felt really good with Eric out on the mound there. And, I thought we did a pretty good job on the bottom of the lineup each time that we had chances and minimized the damage from the top half.